Yeah. Hi there, Victor Pross here. Yeah, I was right in the heat of my talk in a new generation of anarchists in part one, and I got cut off all of a sudden there. So I hate when that happens. I was up, was on a rage, a rant and rave there, and I all of a sudden it blinked out on me. But I wanted to talk about the kind of objections and counter arguments and hostility that you will get when you present ideas of liberty or anarchist thought to your peers, family, and friends. You're going to run across some very serious objections if you're one to be outspoken on certain issues, and if they know where you're proceeding from. That is, if they know that you are this thing called a volunteerist or an anarchist, which I'm sure with some parents is probably akin to, hey mom, I'm gay. If you're in the southern part of the United States, that would be particularly scandalous, and let's say it's akin to saying, hey mom, I'm an atheist. Ooh. Oh. Again, the religious parts of the population, those parents, if they found out that their kids, openly announce that. In some households, let's just say that you might find out another part of your parents that you weren't aware of before. Okay, you know what I'm saying? There are some people who will place their religions and ideologies above their children. There are people, really, truly, honestly, there are people who will replace and put above you as more important and more sacrosanct their religions and ideologies, well above your well-being and happiness, and also your right to choose as you decide. They will be sacrificed. There are people like that, so I just want to let you know. And so if you're not quite sure that you want to proceed with anarchist ideas, because it is out of the mainstream to a lot of people, this is a very radical view. It's controversial. I don't know why reason and liberty and freedom would be, radical, scary terms, but that is the culture that we live in today. So when dealing with others on these type of points, you will get a lot of objections. I can't go through a whole litany of what that might be in one video, but that's why I'm making a series of videos. But for now, let me speak to the issue of what about the roads, which can also go to what about the poor, what about the aged, blah 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 blah, the whole litany. But let's deal with the issue of what about the roads. When it comes to presenting ideas on liberty and on anarchism, I have to stress this, that the moral argument is the fundamental point, the fundamental issue that you have to place above and push forward. And if you talk about pragmatic considerations, as Stefan Molyneux would call arguments from effect, sure, you can sprinkle your presentation with factual cases of that. Here's the statistics that the war on drugs was a dismal failure. Here's the empirical data. And that's all well and good, but you have to present the moral argument. You have to push forward as fundamental to anarchist philosophy is the non-aggression principle. That is the fundamental point you have to stress, that morality is on your side. It is not on the opponent's side. It's not on the opponent. When I say opponent, I mean those who believe that somehow, in some mysterious, magical, mystical way, that initiating force is necessary to have a good society is just wrong, because, as I've stressed before, that morality is snapped right in half when you initiate force into the scenario. It's no longer a matter of equals sorting out and try to come to a common understanding, a common agreement, or to simply walk away and go their own terms. That is the morality that you have to make center. That is the foundation of a prosperous, peaceful society, is non-aggression. This is a moral principle, and there's nothing to be placed above it. It doesn't mean, like I say, you can't offer pragmatic arguments as well, but the fundamental core here is the is the moral argument. Okay, just to use like a comparison, this was a good metaphor or analogy that Stefan came up with. You know, just imagine that you're in the South of the old black American early slavery, and you're an abolitionist, an abolitionist, and you're making the case for the case against slavery, and somebody comes to you and say, well, we can't abolish slavery. I mean, are you insane? I mean, how can you guarantee that all those blacks will get full-time jobs? How can you say that it will be better for them? I mean, right now they get 3 lashes on the back, and it's being reduced to 1. They got it pretty good. They get 3 square meals a day, lodging such as they are, and you know, we keep them alive to keep them as chattel, so they can keep on producing. So we care for them to the extent of that they're able to do their jobs. So then, you know, they got it pretty good right now. So, and you want to abolish slavery? Do you want to put them out of work? What kind of a crud monster are you anyway? You know, like this is a ridiculous argument. Everybody today understands that slavery is immoral, that it's evil. Okay, nobody goes around unless they're a freaking racist nut saying that, yeah, we should enslave the black culture, you know, American, Afro-American, my ass, they're niggers, you know, we got to enslave them. I mean, you would walk away from this person as a moral, I can't talk today, as a monstrous beast. You know, so that's the whole issue, is presenting the moral argument. The same goes for the state. The state is an aberration, okay? It is not, it is a force that it's inherently evil. It initiates force against people. It plunders masses of billions of dollars, and it murders, it kills, it enslaves, it imprisons. Okay, that is the bottom line here. And that's the thing that I wanted to stress, is presenting the moral argument. Now, as to specifics and where pragmatic considerations are concerned about what about the roads, I'll try to cover that in another video. I'm a little bit tired right now. I guess I got to go home. I can't even speak, but I hope you get the point of what I had to say here. If you have any questions, you know, send me an email or whatnot, and I'd be happy to comply in some other video. And do pass these videos around. I would appreciate that. And thank you for listening. Pop Goes the Culture.